The home of the 2019 softball champions, playing in the 2023 tournament winners bracket final. The Crimson, the number 1 seed, taking on 3 seed Centennial in the rematch of the last 2 section championships. The winner moves on to next week's section final on Thursday. A great way to kick off Memorial Day weekend. It's Prep Softball Playoffs live on CCX in a moment. CCX Sports presents coverage of the Section 5 4A softball tournament. Today, a winner's bracket final between the Centennial Cougars, 13-8 on the season, and the 19-2 and top-seeded Maple Grove Crimson. From Maple Grove High School, John Jacobson along with Kurt Cardinal on a beautiful Friday afternoon to start Memorial Day weekend. Kurt, second meeting of the season between these two teams. Regular season meeting went the way of Maple Grove. A 6-0 shutout that day for the Crimson.
Yep, that was a good game for them. Helped them get the seed that they had here.
Here's a look at the section bracket. Maple Grove had a bye, just 7 teams in this section. Spring Lake Park, Centennial, and Champlin Park winners on that first day. And then Centennial, a mild upset over at Champlin Park, 1-0 yesterday to get to the final here in Maple Grove with a shutout of Spring Lake Park. So each team advancing with the shutouts yesterday, and a familiar spot for these two squads. Last year, they played twice in the section tournament. Centennial was the top seed. They won both of those games 1-0 to get to state, eventually finished 5th in the 4A tournament.
That's right. I think both these coaches and teams know how important this game is. The winner's bracket final, besides the actual final game of the section, is the most important.
Champlin Park and Osseo and Irondale Spring Lake Park also meeting this afternoon in elimination games, with the winners moving on to Tuesday. The loser of this game will play the later game on Tuesday as well.
This game is so important because the winner gets to advance right to the finals, gets to host 2 games at home against the teams that come through this double elimination tournament bracket, and only has to win one of those 2 games. The loser drops down to the elimination bracket and has to play 3 games, probably in a row, and win all 3. No room for error at all. So this is it's a key game for both teams.
Centennial's got that, even if it's a different team from last year, lost some really good players. They've got that championship mentality, right? Like, we've been there before. We know this program can do it. Not that Maple Grove doesn't. They've certainly been in these big games these last few years, and we showed right off the top they won state going back 4 years ago. As you look at the head coaches, Rick Thomas, and you left Jim Coltis on the right. 2 really good coaches as well that we're going to see here this afternoon.
Yeah, you don't get to the section winners final game without having good coaching, good team, and as we know in softball, all starts in the circle. Maple Grove is a returning all-conference, all-section, all-state pitcher, and the Cougars have a up-and-comer who I watched yesterday at Champlin Park, sophomore. She's Riley O'Connell, and she's got lots of good pitches, and the biggest thing I saw yesterday was that she likes to pitch inside and get into the kitchen for hitters, and that was her bread and butter yesterday, was working inside quite a bit. So be exciting to see the 12th grader who's been around for quite a while taking the mound for Maple Grove, and the 10th grader who's up and coming for Centennial.
Let's look at the batting order today for the Cougars. Kelsey Byrne will lead it off. She plays right field. Peyton Corbin, the center fielder, batting second. Jordan Lemire at first, bats third. Then Riley O'Connell, a pitcher, batting fourth. Lila Renslow is their catcher, batting fifth. Allison Hemming, the DP. Brooke Helseth at third base, Adriana Thomas at second, and Kendall Cochran in left field, batting ninth. And playing left for the Cougars. And defensively for the Maple Grove Crimson today, and around the infield, Sam Gustafson at first base, Rudy Goet at second, Sarah Zimmerman at short, and Lauren Beisel at third base. In the outfield, Faith Cry in left, Alyssa Werns in center, and Danny Strom in right field. Ava Eiley is the catcher today for pitcher Maddie Wilm, who has been outstanding to say the least. Her ERA under .6 for the season. Kurt on a terrific senior year for her. Really a great career for her, but she's really dialed it up this year.
Yeah, she's your classic number one stud pitcher in high school. She's got the fastball, the rise ball, and she can hit both corners and just mixes in the changeup just often enough to keep you off balance. She's the real deal and got the whole package. So it'll be interesting to see how the Cougars try to attack her today.
First time these two teams play, early it was a tight first few innings, nothing really happening. Then Maple Grove taking advantage of some Centennial errors and got big hits and broke that game open. I mentioned a 6-0 score when these teams played the first time around. A lot more on stake here this afternoon. Wilm gets ready to step on the pitching rubber, and we are about set. Kelsey Byrne, the right fielder, stepping in. First pitch of the game, high and outside for ball one. Burns had a terrific season for the Cougars. .438 batting average for her on the season. 10 runs batted in, 17 stolen bases. Williams pitch into Ava Eiley, bunted and spins foul, 1-1.
Yeah, I think Kelsey is their best all-around hitter, and they've got her in the number one spot so she can get as many at-bats as possible. She actually had the big hit yesterday against Champlain Park, doubled in the only run of the game in the 5th inning.
One pitch. This is a little high and out. 2-1.
A little more weight. Let's go.
Three balls and a strike to the Centennial leadoff hitter.
Now you're ready. Safety out now.
Bunts it foul, back to the screen.
Hey, focus here. Let's get this one.
Maybe giving away a little bit of their strategy right now is they may not feel like they're going to get a lot of hits, so they're going to try to beat the first baseman and third baseman with the bunt game. With 2 strikes, you'll probably have to hit away here now.
The 2 pitch and rip, but foul. She is out in front of that one. Burned 4 extra base hits on the season, 2 doubles and 2 home runs. Second on the team in RBIs with 10.
Here you go, Matt.
And missed away, and Byrne has her 7th walk of the season. A good at bat for her and the Cougars to start the ball game.
Yeah, she worked that count all the way through and had a good eye on the non-strikes.
Work ahead. You all right?
Peyton Corbin, the center fielder, hits number 2. Shows Bunton, does bunt it, but back to the screen.
I think both coaches will play to try to get that first run, knowing that probably a couple of runs will be all that each team can muster today against the other pitcher.
A 1 pitch, bunted. Throw to first, and they get the out. Throw down to second, try to get the runner, and she's back in safely. Real good defensive play. Beitzel coming in from third. Goette covers the bag. And they get the put out 5-4 as you look at it again. But for Centennial, they get the runner over.
That was classic third base play there. Pick up that ball with the bare hand, saves you a step or a step, half a step, and that's about what she got her out by.
Byrne in scoring position at second base. And now Jordan Lemire. Lemire's had a big year at the plate. First pitch strike to her, 364 on the season. 7 doubles, a home run, and 26 RBIs in 20 games. A 1 pitch, cut and a miss. 0-2, so Wilm works ahead.
Go, Maddie.
No 2 pitch outside, 1-2. Good take there by Lemire, not chasing him.
I think Wilm trying to see how big that outside corner is going to be today on that 0-2 pitch there.
Cut and a miss. A strikeout and a big out number 2 here in the first. Went upstairs on her, and Lemire couldn't catch up to it. Another look at it, Kurt.
Yeah, there's not a lot of high school players that are going to be able to catch up with that one above the letters from Wilm. It's so hard to lay off that high one because it's right in your eyes, but disciplined hitters know they can't catch up to that one.
Riley O'Connell, the batter. Centennial pitcher, cleanup hitter today. First pitch strike to her. Up high. Count evens at 1-1.
Yeah, O'Connell's not only pitched them to 2 victories this week. The first game against Irondale this week, she was 2 for 4 and had 2 RBIs. So she's a threat with the bat as well.
Fought that pitch off. That's strike 2 on her, 1-2. Wilm trying to work out of a little bit of trouble. There's a called strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for the senior. This one called, and Centennial is out. No runs on a hit. They leave a runner on. And Maple Grove with the 0 up in the top of the first. Kurt, we'll get it again.
Yep, she was up with the one before that and came down about 8 or 10 inches and right at the top of the strike zone. That's called a pitcher working in and out, up and down.
Let's go to the Crimson batting order this afternoon. Faith Cry, the left fielder, leading it off. Then Ruby Goette at second base. Alyssa Werns, the center fielder, hitting third. Lauren Beitzel at third. Danny Strom in right field. Manny Wilm, the pitcher, hitting in the number 6 spot. Izzy Bytens is the DP, hitting for Sam Gustafson, the first baseman. Then it's Ava Eiley, the catcher, and Sarah Zimmerman, the shortstop, batting 9th for Maple Grove. Defensively for Centennial, Jordan Lemire at first. Adriana Thomas is at second base. Madison Welly at short. Brooke Helseth at third base. In the outfield, Kendall Cochran in left. Peyton Corbin in center. Kelsey Byrne in right. Lily Renslow is the catcher today for Riley O'Connell. O'Connell this season, 8-7 on the year. Worked 102 innings. 72 hits allowed, 22 earned runs, and an ERA of 1.51. Better than a strikeout an inning, 118 Ks in 100-plus innings for the sophomore. What did you see from her yesterday occurred against Champlain Park, the Rebels weren't able to do against her.
Well, I was very impressed as a sophomore in her first really big game on the road. She had kept her composure. Lot of hard fastballs, hard curveball, and a rise ball. And her changeup was extremely good as well. I mean, she kept her poise very nicely, especially when there was runner on the base. So I'm excited to see how she does today.
And O'Connell's first pitch to Faith Cry. Left-handed hitting left fielder. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Cry .434 batting average on the season. Used their speed and hit for power, really. Just one double on the season, but she'll get on base a lot. And that's 12 stolen bases to lead the team. Swing and a miss there. It's 1-1.
Your classic left-handed leadoff slapper here, trying to get the ball down, make the infield have to play quick and use your speed on the first baseline to try to beat it out.
Well, it was a pretty good pitch, and Lily Renslow held it for an extra second, but didn't get the call. It's 2-1. It looked good. We're a little bit off the plate. It was close.
Yeah, I noticed that Renslow's a very good pitch framer. Catchers can sometimes steal a strike by moving the ball 6 or 8 inches quickly with their glove.
2-1 pitch. Jump down to third. Halseth up with it. Oh, and safe at first. Boy, Faith Cry motoring down the line.
That's what I was just talking about. Just get the ball on the ground and use your speed. And like the first baseman was up and she had to hustle back, and trying to hustle back and get there at the same time was a little tough. Throw went by her, and nice backup by the second baseman to keep her at first base.
So Cry with an infield single, and now brings up Ruby Goet. Good hitter, but wouldn't be surprised to see if she bunts here either. Does show bunt, missed it, it's a strike.
Yeah, it was a good call, John. We know that Maple Grove likes to play to their strength, which is their starting pitcher. So putting 1 or 2 runs on the board early in the game is a tactic that they like to use a lot.
Well, 1 bunts it foul, and now go up behind 0-2, and the ball caught her somewhere.
It's like it might have been on the left knee.
Yep, sure is. Left knee or thigh.
My guess is in the winner's bracket final that
she's not coming out.
Gonna rub some dirt on it and stay in for now, no doubt.
It's always a great medical solution, right? Rub some dirt on it, you'll be fine.
Right. And we'll see here how much faith Coach Coltis has in her as a bunter. 2 strikes, he may still have her bunt if he has good confidence in her.
Takes it low, 1-2. Well, it is a .433 hitter on the season with 4 doubles and 3 triples. And hits this one well out in the left center field. That ball is caught out there. So tagged it pretty well, but Kendall Cochran no trouble to make the catch for the first out of the first for Maple Grove.
Yeah, left fielder did a nice job of reading it off the bat with a left-handed hitter. It's going to curve back towards you as it started out in the gap, and she did not overrun it. Judged it very well and played a good ball there.
One away, it's the Crimson center fielder, Alyssa Werns.
1-8.
First pitch outside, ball one. Werns 6 extra base hits on the season. Tied for the team lead in RBIs with 13. O'Connell back on the rubber and ready to deliver the 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0.
Way to go, Lissa.
Renslow looks toward first, but Cry's back in.
Cry leads the team in stolen bases here, so when we get into a hitter's count, we may see some action on the bases here with a hit and run or maybe a straight steal.
Good hold.
3 balls and no strikes. That one hot pie.
You got this, Liz. Let's work up here.
Ball 4, 4-pitch walk. Warren's on board. Cry down to second. Good speed on the bases for Maple Grove. And down to the cleanup hitter, Lauren Beisel.
Stay hot here, Lauren.
Beisel, 372 average, 3 doubles, 10 runs batted in.
Lauren, let's go.
Time call. Beisel steps out.
I think this might be a key at bat here for both teams. I don't think the Cougars want to fall behind in the first inning here.
Good pitch from O'Connell, strike call.
Get one here, Lauren. Come on, Lauren. Away.
Outside, 1-1.
Drive that outside pitch right center here. Come on, 2-6. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Down low, and the count goes to 2-1.
That was a changeup, but just missed below the knees. Nice change in speed there.
Come on, LB.
Chopped foul.
Yeah, that was good.
Toward first. Count evens at 2-2. You mentioned early, Kurt, about the veteran pitcher that Maple Grove has, and Wilm certainly is that. But you look at the roster,
You got it.
she and Faith Cry are the only seniors. All those other girls will come back next year. So obviously, who's a huge spot, your leadoff hitter and your top outstanding all-state pitcher. But there's lots of talent coming back next year for both teams, but especially in the case of the Crimson.
Yeah, both of these communities have good feeder programs and competitive teams all the way up, and a lot of bodies playing at every level. So the
2-2 pitch changeup popped up back of home plate and just out of play.
Hey, good job. Way to fight it.
Renslow gave chase, but it hit the backstop behind her, and we stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 runners on for Maple Grove in the bottom of the first.
Keep battling, kid. Let's go.
Connell's pitch to Beisel, high and away. It's 3-2. Danny Strom, big hitter on deck for Maple Grove.
Drive one, kid.
It's like the infield and the outfield is playing pretty straight up. Anything in the gap should be a double.
Yeah. There you go.
Grounded to short. They'll get an out at second, and that's it. You get one out. Pry on to third. Beisel becomes the base runner at first. Fielder's choice 6-4 on the put out. And now 2 down. With right fielder Danny Strom coming up.
Here we go, Danny. Have a day here.
Welly to Thomas on the put out.
Strom's one of their better RBI hitters.
Swings and misses on that one. 0-1. Strom, Wilm, and Warrens all with 13 RBIs to lead the team. Strom 4 extra base hits, 3 doubles, and a home run on the season. Trying to get at least 1 on the board here for the Crimson in the first. Up high, runner going, throw down to second now. She's caught in between. Now Centennial trying to make sure that Maple Grove doesn't get home stolen, and they ended up being the steal of second base anyway. So they had Beisel caught a rundown, but then you've got to play that well. You've got a player with great speed at third base. You don't want to get caught in the back end of the double steal and have Cry swipe home at you. And now Coach Thomas pops out of the dugout to talk to his infield.
Yeah, I think on that one, they ended up with the right result here without having the runner on third score. I think in those situations, what you like to have done is when the girl's off third base a little ways is run at her, not try to throw it all the way across the diamond. If you run at her, then she's got to make the choice to go back or not, and you get a shorter throw. But
yeah, you risk a throwing error on the infield there. There's Beisel moving back, and then the throw across the diamond and Cry back in.
Yep.
But now two runners in scoring position. So look at Coach Kurt Moss down in the first base coaching box. Count even, 1-1 to Strom. Couple runners out there for the Crimson. This is hit out in the air to center field, but on a line and in the air it hangs up, and Peyton Corbin makes the catch. Couple of well-hit outfield balls by Maple Grove in the first, but they're unable to score. No runs and a hit, they leave 2. 1 inning complete at Maple Grove. Winners bracket final, Section 5 softball. No score, Centennial and Maple Grove. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. John Jacobson with Kurt Cardinal. It is Section 5 softball on this Friday afternoon. No score, Centennial and Maple Grove. We move to the top half of the second inning. And a good crowd on hand here today. It's enjoyed a beautiful Friday. What's better, right?
Yeah, I think we should be charging them double today at the entrance to be able to play in this type of weather. Remember, John, just a month ago we were here and there was rain and cold.
Well, near 80 degrees today, a little bit of a breeze, but not much of a factor at all. As we go to the top of the second, Maddie Wilms' first pitch to Lily Renslow outside for ball 1.
Well, I think Coach Thomas has to feel that first inning was a win, and getting out of it even, and be able to calm the nerves a little bit, playing at the home of the #1 seed.
Renslow steps out. Willie Renslow, just a freshman. Talked about the young players that Maple Grove has, and they do have a handful of seniors, more than the Crimson, but certainly a number of players for them that will come back next year. There's a strike, 1-1.
And especially when you can have your #1 pitcher and #1 catcher come back for at least two more years in pitcher's case and 3 more in the catcher. You're starting from.
Strike call. Renslow tried to shrink the strike zone there, ducking down a little, but it's in for a strike, 1-2. Swing and a miss. William gets her 3rd straight strikeout. It's Renslow here to start the 2nd.
It's one of the big advantages of having a strikeout pitcher is your fielders don't have to make as many plays. There's not many chances to put plays on when you're on offense, that kind of stuff. It's hard to get on base. And you can just settle into a nice, comfortable groove as the game goes by when your pitcher's striking out 1 or 2 of the batters every inning.
Hemming takes inside for a ball. Allison Hemming, the DP. I didn't give you the numbers for Wilm in the top of the first, Kurt. 121 innings pitched. 216 strikeouts. There's 10 earned runs allowed all season.
Right. And one that jumped out on me is out of her 20 starts, 9 were shutouts. So that's half the time she doesn't allow the other team to even score a run.
Get one here.
Didn't allow a walk in the first inning, is behind 2-0 here to Hemming with 1 out in the 2nd. Cut and a miss, 2-1.
Go, Maddie.
Still ahead in the count. You got to be aggressive here against a #1 type pitcher like this.
And missed, and it's 3-1.
Go get her, Matt. Hey, let's make a play, Crimson. There we go.
Inside corner for a strike. That's a good pitch. That's a really tough pitch to hit.
Like that spot.
Yeah, that's a sign of a pitcher will pitch at the next level. When it's behind the count, you can still hit a corner with a good pitch.
3-2 pitch, fights it off, but right at Gustafson, the first baseman, and makes the tag on Hemming for out number 2.
Good job, Sammy. Good job, Maddie. Go, girls.
Still 2 up, 2 down, and it brings up Brooke Helseth, the third baseman. Number 7 hitter in the Centennial batting order.
Keep talking about Wilm. She is committed to North Dakota State University for next year, so she's a top-level pitcher in the state.
This pitch missing a little bit low to Helseth. Ball 1 to the third baseman.
Good pitch.
Strike call, 1-1.
Good job, Maddie. Come on, Maddie. Maddie, go get her now.
In high and tight, 2-1. Two and 1 the count. The scoreboard at 2-2, but it is 2-1. Not our scoreboard, the one in the on the field here. We're always riding the truck.
You got the best truck in the business.
Right. Don't you forget that, Kurt. 2-1 pitch, 3-1. Centennial trying to get a runner on here with 2 outs in the second.
We'll see if Wilma can come back. 3-1. Came back last time and struck out Renzo.
Take your swing, Maddie.
I mean,
Hey,
yeah,
come on,
Renzo.
Miss, let's go. You ready, Sa?
Taking all the way, it's a strike, 3-2.
One more. All the way back here, Maddie.
Called strike 3. Helseth and Centennial out in the second inning. 2 strikeouts in each of the first 2 innings for the senior pitcher for Maple Grove. Inning and a half in the books. No score. Maple Grove Centennial softball. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. No score in our winner's bracket final softball game, Section 5-4A, Centennial and Maple Grove. So we move to the home half of the second inning and look at Jim Coltis, head coach for Maple Grove, state tournament team champion back in 2019. He's had a lot of teams get to state over the last decade and a half.
Yeah, besides that 2019 state champion, he had 3 runner-ups as well. And he's been at Maple Grove for 22 years, and he's got a 73% winnings percentage. So he's keeping the AD happy here, I think.
Bottom half of the second inning for Maple Grove. And Matty Wilm, the pitcher, leads it off. Wilm will be followed by Izzy Vitens and Ava Eiley.
Stay aggressive. Work here. Let's start quick here. 1-6.
Bunted, foul at the plate. One ball and 1 strike to the senior.
Rip it now. Let's go.
Here's O'Connell's pitch. Wilm will bunt it, but a little too hard. And up with it, O'Connell, only able to throw on to first to Lemire. 1 up, 1 down in the Crimson second.
That was a nice play. O'Connell came off aggressively there, got the ball, took her time, made a good throw to the inside of the base. Nice out. Start the inning.
Izzy Vitens hitting today for the first baseman, Sam Gustafson. Vitens a .358 hitter this season. First pitch missing to her, ball 1.
Here we go, Liz.
Missed outside 2-0.
We were here early in the season, John. Coach Coltis said that Izzy was one of the players that he was hoping that could step forward and get a regular spot going to the end of the season, and she definitely has done that now. And big part of the lineup.
It's called strike to her here on 2-0.
Go to work here.
Called strike 2-2.
Top of 2 here is.
Connell looking for her first strikeout this afternoon. Time called, Viten steps out. Rounded hard to second, but picked up cleanly. Thomas to Lemire, 2 away.
Come on, let's go to second base.
Catcher, number 24.
2 up, 2 down, and it brings up Ava Eiley, the catcher.
Did a nice job of staying down on that hard ground ball.
Hey, look in your zone here. Come on, Ava.
Second year starter, just still only a sophomore. O'Connell's first pitch, rounded foul.
Noticed that a lot to the right-handed batters. I think I mentioned earlier was that O'Connell likes to work inside to the right-handed batters, and she's definitely doing that. That seems to be one of her bread and butter spots, which is not true for a lot of younger pitchers.
Missed away, 1 ball, 1 strike to Eiley. Server Zimmerman on deck. Should Eiley get on? Just missed. O'Connell and Renslow thought that was strike 2. Instead, it's ball 2, 2-1.
I love what you're doing, kid. Let's go, Ava.
Finally pops it up, foul on a play.
Even though it was a foul ball, it was a great approach there. 3-1, you're ahead in the count. The ball's down below your waist and in the zone. Head down, take a rip at it.
Grounded back to the pitching circle, dropping it, but then picking it up quickly. O'Connell throws on to first. And 3 ground ball outs, and Maple Grove is out here in the second inning. Nothing across for Maple Grove. We played 2 innings, still no score. Cougars and the Crimson. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms.
Thank you.
Good.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course you can.
Top half of the 3rd inning at Maple Grove. No score, Centennial and Maple Grove. Look at Wilm after the walk and the sacrifice fly to start the game. Has come back with 4 strikeouts. She's a good one, Kurt. And we've seen her here the last few years.
Yeah, it doesn't take her very long to settle in and figure out the umpire's strike zone and which of her 3 or 4 excellent pitches would work best against a certain team or a certain umpire's strike zone. She's the real deal.
And she was the pitcher of record, of course, last year when these teams met in the section tournament. Met in this game and then the final as well the next week at Centennial. But both 1-0 games. She pitched very well in the section tournament.
Yep, I remember talking to Jim Coltis earlier in the year, and after they beat Centennial, I said, hey, you got a little bit of a revenge there. He says, they're nice wins during the regular seasons, but they're great wins during the postseason. So he's looking for a great win today.
Adriana Thomas will lead off for Centennial, number 8 hitter, the second baseman. Up high and away. Good pitch. Strike 1 called. 1-1 to Thomas.
Thomas scored the only run yesterday against Champlain Park. She led off the inning with a double and came around to score on another double later in the inning.
That call in the inside corner. Thomas took a quick look back at the home plate umpire and steps out. Didn't care for that. It's 1-2.
Go get it, Maddie.
Popped up on the infield. It's going to take it. It's Goet, the second baseman, in and makes the catch.
Hey, ready to go get that 3-0?
One
up and one down, and brings up the left fielder, Kendall Cochran.
That was nice work by the right side of the Maple Grove infield there. Kind of between 3 players there, and the second baseman took charge. The other ones knew to get out of the way and squeezed it. It was easy first out.
First pitch to Cochran is a strike.
Cochran started to play more the last couple of weeks here because their normal left fielder, Lily Gilmore, was injured a couple of weeks ago, and Cochran's come in, and we saw her make one good catch today, and she made a couple yesterday as well.
Bunted. Wilm up with it, throws to first, close play at first, but they get the out. Goet covering. 2 down. Cochran made it a close play, but Wilm fielded it flawlessly. And if you look at it again, Goet covering, and they get the out.
Now you don't get to go to a state tournament without being solid in all phases of the game, and bunt defense is one of the key ones as teams move farther along and come up against stronger and stronger pitching. That bunt game is key to a lot of the run scoring.
Kelsey Byrne, as we're back to the top of the Centennial batting order, takes the first pitch for a ball.
Let's get this out, Crimson. Go get it.
Byrne, the only base runner, first time through the order for Centennial, walked to start the game, but was stranded at second. Ripped down the third base line. It's a base hit. It's going to be 2 for Byrne. She'll check in there with the first hit for Centennial, a big 2-out double, and she's in scoring position again here in the third.
She got a pitch she liked. She attacked it, turned her hips nicely on it, and it stayed just inside the fair territory. And Cougars have a 2-out threat here.
Burns' third double of the season. And it brings up Corbin. First pitch to her, low and in. Ball dropped. The runner was going. And Byrne is into third. I don't know if Eiley would have had a play on that or not.
Let's go, Maddie.
No, I think that was just a pass ball.
We'll get the bat on it, Maddie.
It's the first runner to third tonight for Centennial. Cougars try to get on the board. Up high, it's 2-0 to Corbin.
Go to work. Let's go.
A little different when you're on third versus second. Now, pass ball, infield error can score a run. You just got to put the ball in play here for your Centennial.
Outside, 3-0. Lemire on deck. Swings a big bat. Corbin
Be tough. Stay focused.
ahead 3-0. Be taking on this one, I'm certain.
Let's make a play. Aggressive soft. There you go.
First pitch for strike call in the at-bats, 3-1.
All right, Peyton's got to load up here and look for something middle of the plate.
Another one.
He's not going to want to walk her.
Up high, ball 4. And it's first and third for Centennial here in the third inning. Look at Rick Thomas, fourth-year head coach. First year was the COVID year, 2020, but officially was their coach that season. So third season on the diamond. Then in his first 2 on-field seasons, Kurt, 2 section championships for Centennial. Not bad.
Yeah, no, that a great start, and seems to have some momentum going with the program here. Although they've been a good program for many years. And Rick, I know Rick, he's a good coach too.
Now here's Jordan Lemire now with 2 runners on for Centennial. Wilms' first pitch misses low. Throw, and they don't have anything going there as far as the runner coming off third. Wilm cut off the throw.
Let's go.
And Byrne was alert to that and wasn't far off third base. Corbin gets the steal, so 2 runners in scoring position now. 1-0, the count to Lemire. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Lemire appears to be a little bit behind that fastball. She's going to have to adjust her trigger a little bit and get going just a little bit sooner, get that left front foot down so that the bat can swing through the zone as the ball's approaching.
Swing and a miss again. Now 1-2.
If I was Wilm, I wouldn't change it. Bring the hot stuff, the hard stuff right here, and see if she'll be late again.
1-2 pitch up high. Lemire didn't chase there. It's 2-2. Centennial with a threat here in the third. Byrne the runner at third. Corbin at second. 2 outs in a scoreless game.
Stay focused. Let's go.
Number 3 hitter up for the Cougars. Wilms 2-2 pitch, fouled at the plate.
Outfield appears to be playing a little bit deep for the number 3 hitter, so if there's a single through it, has a pretty good chance of scoring 2 because they'll be off with a hit.
Come on now, go get it. Get it.
2-2 pitch, just missed off the corner. I think a good call though, 3-2. It's close. I think that was ball 3 indeed.
Yeah. Home plate umpire has a consistent strike zone.
Yeah, that was a close one. Right, as a pitcher, if you know that, if you know what's striking to ball, then it makes it easier. Or doesn't frustrate you as much as an umpire once in a while. The strike zone's kind of all over the place.
Yep.
Big pitch to Lemire. Popped up. Gustafson toward the dugout. Oh, and can't hang on. Right at the fence. Lemire has new life at 3-2.
It's always a little tricky play when you have the ball come right down near the fence. The secret is to get to the fence and know where that is and just keep concentrating on the ball. We'll see if Lemire can take advantage of that second opportunity here.
3-2 pitch off the plate. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Centennial. With Riley O'Connell coming to the plate.
Now, we always say pitchers are important to their team. Well, here's a chance for O'Connell, not only in the circle, but in the batter's box as well. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
First pitch to O'Connell. Strike 1. Called out on strikes in her first at bat. Popped up, foul, not a play, and so Wilm gets ahead of the Centennial cleanup hitter, 2 strikes.
Hey, nibble now, 1-6.
Well, O'Connell's got to fight for her life here, down 0-2. Just every strike has to get a bat on it now. Make the ball move through the infield somehow.
Popped up, infield, Goet. Under it, makes the catch. And Centennial is out. They certainly threaten getting 3 2-out base runners, but don't score. No runs, a hit, 3 left for the Cougars. 2.5 innings, don't score. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Bottom half of the 3rd inning here at Maple Grove. No score. Centennial and Maple Grove. Winner moves to the section final next Thursday. Sarah Zimmerman, one player who's not batted yet tonight in the starting lineup, takes a first pitch strike. Number 9 hitter, the Crimson shortstop.
Well, it's turning into an old-fashioned pitcher's duel here. We'll see which team or which pitcher has to make the adjustments next.
That pitch is a cold strike. It's 0-2.
That was a good changeup she just played yesterday against Champlain Park. Maybe she's going to use it a little bit more here the second time through the lineup after we get through with Zimmerman here at the bottom.
1-2. Missed again. It's 2-2 now to Zimmerman. And back to the top of the order. Cry and Goette. Hit in the air, short center field, but coming in and making a catch was Corbin. Well, for a moment that might drop, but Corbin tracked it easily and makes the catch.
And that could be trouble in that no man's zone between the three fielders, but center fielders required to take charge of that, and she did, and it made it into an easy play.
Faith Cry a big out, an infield single, infield grounder in the first for a single. As the only Crimson hit so far. Ball off the play, 1 ball and 1 strike to Cry. Two balls and a strike to the Crimson center fielder. Excuse me, left fielder.
She's fast enough. She could probably cover left and
Right.
center.
Yeah.
I don't think Jim would like to play with 8, but
Cry steps out, takes time now back into the box. 2 balls and a strike to her. Inside, did that hit her or hit the bat first? It looks like it did hit her, and I'll have to shake that off and go down to first. Rub some dirt on it, right, Kurt?
yeah, it's the second time. Good thing we got lots of dirt here on the field we can use for that if we need to. We don't need a trainer. We just need some dirt.
Look at it again. Yep.
You got this, Ruby.
Oh, we got that leadoff hitter on again with the speed.
Right on top of the hand, Kurt, on top of her right hand there.
Yeah, that could be a
little tender.
A little tender and a little troublesome when you're out in the field to be able to throw and catch. If you catch a ball, have to throw it. We'll see how that. As a coach, you're going to want to look at that in about another inning or so and make sure that it's still not affecting your defense at all.
Meanwhile, Connell's got to wait. Coltis will come over. A long look now at Cry.
Got the trainer out there probably looking to make sure that there's no broken blood vessels in the hand or any sign of any fractures. And throwing that ball probably 55, 60 miles an hour. If it hits you flush on the hand, it can do some damage. Looks like she's going to stay in, though.
So does Cry does stay on. She's a runner at first with 1 out here in the 3rd. And Ruby Goette the batter.
Get on top of one, Rubes. Stay hot, kid. Let's go. Hey, barrel one up here. Okay, right here.
O'Connell ready to go again. And her first pitch to Goette. Called strike on the inside corner.
Shows the poise of O'Connell as a pitcher. She came right back inside after hitting someone in the hand. Came right back inside on the inside corner and got a strike.
Shows bunt and does bunt, foul at the plate. And now Goet shaken up.
I think, didn't she get it in the knee the first inning? Let's see where this one got her.
Right about the same spot.
I hope she's okay, but at the very least she can use those couple of hits on her leg to tell her parents, I can't do any work this weekend. No yard work for me.
You have to relax.
Yep.
Look at it again.
Just watch Netflix and have some ice on your knee for the whole weekend. Sounds like a plan.
Goet will step back in here. Behind on the count, though. 2 strikes. Cry the runner at first with 1 out. Popped up, spinning away from everybody, and I don't know if Renzo saw it right away. Didn't react immediately, and it drops for just a foul ball.
Yeah, she was looking over her left shoulder, and it came over in the right shoulder. Generally, a left-handed hitter, the ball will spin off to the left side of the catcher, and a right-handed batter the opposite, but that was not the normal way it happens.
Two-strike pitch, grounded to second. Nice stop there. Oh, and then the throw goes off of the first baseman, Lemire's glove, and everybody's safe for Maple Grove runners at second and third. Good stop by Thomas, but then she came up and threw high. Lemire couldn't grab it. There'll go as an error on Thomas. Cry to third, and Goet down to second.
Yeah, great stop, great play. Wanted to hustle because Goet was getting on the line pretty quickly and just threw a little bit high, and from that short distance, first baseman wasn't able to snag it.
Coach Thomas taking time out here. So he'll get his infield gathered. And good hitters coming up here for Maple Grove.
And here you go through your progressions of lays out nicely for that ball. Just a little bit too high. Looks like they would have had her. Good throw. So in this situation, the coach goes out there and makes sure everyone's deciding whether we're going to be in or out, infield in or infield out. Looks like most of them are going to be in. And we're going to try to hold her at third and go to 1, or if she's breaking for home, make sure we get the throw to home and put it low so the catcher can make a tag on someone coming in.
Alyssa Worms the batter. 2 runners in scoring position.
Punch it through.
You saw Goet come to the dugout. Jessica Venturella is the pinch runner for her down at second base.
Here we go, Alyssa. Big hitter here.
Just off the plate to Werns. Count evens at 1-1.
Nobody better here, 1-8. Come on now. Go, Alyssa.
One. Offering at that and taking strike 2 is Werns. Tried darting off third base.
You got this, Liz. You got it. Let's go, kid.
Beitzel on deck for Maple Grove.
Right here. Good hitter now.
O'Connell trying to keep this game scoreless.
Shorten up. You're good.
Her 1-2 pitch to Werns missed 2-2.
Seems like the way this game's been going that this is a big inning here.
Infield in for Centennial.
You're a great hitter, Alyssa. Let's go.
2-2 pitch and a soft liner. Thomas makes the catch at second for out number 2. Big out, getting number 3 hitter, and now it's Beisel.
Just off the end of the bat, and the second baseman took charge. That was a big out. 1 more to go.
That brings up Beisel, hit into a fielder's choice in her first at bat. Off speed pitch, up high, ball 1.
Call 2-6.
1-0 pitch, grounded to short. Throw across to first, and they make the play. Welly to Lemire, and Centennial, much as Maple Grove did in the top half of the third, works out of trouble in the bottom half. No runs, no hits, an error, and 2 left on for Maple Grove. They've stranded 4 in the game. 3 innings complete, still no score. Centennial and Maple Grove.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Friday afternoon for anything outside Minnesota. Softball for these people. They've come to watch the winner's bracket final game between Maple Grove and Centennial. 6-0 when these teams played during the regular season. Scoreless here through 3 innings. The winner moving into the final next Thursday.
I'm going to go with an over-under of 217 fans here today. So,
all right.
We'll see where we're at. I'll count them on the way out.
Willie Renzel leading off here in the top half of the 4th for Centennial. Eddie Wilms first pitch to her is a called strike. Wilm with 2 strikeouts in each of the first 2 innings, none last inning. Foul back. 2 strikes. That would have been off my knee, Kurt, if not for the backstop.
You might not have been able to just rub some dirt on it and continue on.
I don't think so. Definitely not. Oh, 2 pitch up high, 1-2.
More weight on that one to make the adjustment here.
Hemming and Helseth, the batters to follow Renslow here in the 4th. Swing and a miss. It's Renslow on strikes for the 2nd time today.
Seemed to reach back for a little bit more on that one. Seems like She realizes that we're into a dogfight here, and she's going to try to take over here with mowing them down 1, 2, 3. I'd like to see that from your senior All-State pitcher.
Wilms given up 1 hit in 3 1/3 innings, has walked 3, and now struck out 5. Now here's Allison Hemming. First pitch strike to her.
Great pitch, 1-6. Let's go, Crimson. Go, Madison.
Wilm and bunted foul.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
2 strikes.
That was one that looked to me like it was, did the coach give me the bunt sign or not? I'm not sure. I don't know what to do. I'll half swing and half bunt.
Wilm again, way ahead in the count here. 2 strikes.
You don't like here, 1-6. Yeah, something nasty, kid. Let's go.
Yeah. 1 and 2.
Yeah.
She go around? No.
Goodness. All right, Maddie. Good catch, though. Bring it again. She could have pulled that down the line. Make her swing at your pitch, Maddie. Go, Maddie.
1-2 pitch, low and in to Hemming. 2 and 2.
That was a good pitch.
Didn't quite hit her spot there, but she had her set up for the knee, the fastball at the knees after those 2 previous above the letters pitches.
Pumped up. And it's Goet running in and making the catch. 2 down. Third infield pop-outs. Snagged by Goet today.
It seems like both team second basemen are at the hot spot. Not usually third base, but we'll go with the second base
Go, Maddie.
being the hot spot today.
We talked about it, Kurt, in the Blaine Maple Grove game that we did back in April here. Maple Grove middle infielder, both freshmen, Zimmerman and Goet.
Well, they play beyond their years. They,
Yep.
they know how to man their position and make the plays.
Raquel Seth pops one up. Short left field in foul territory and caught by Zimmerman, the shortstop, as if on cue,
Let's get the bats going, girls.
to retire Centennial in the 4th. 3 up and 3 down for the Cougars. Go to the bottom half of the 4th. No score. Cougars and the Crimson.
What time is she done?
Riley O'Connell looking to keep zeros up on the board for Centennial as we move to the home half of the 4th inning here at Maple Grove High School. John Jacobson and Kurt Cardinal on this Memorial Day Friday. And Kurt, thanks for working with us this year. It's been great to have you. You've been in coaching for a long time and now joining us here on the other side.
This has been a fantastic experience for me, John, and working with you and Jay, the 2 professionals, is good for me as a rookie. And especially when you get to watch some good softball, you always got the best seat in the house right here behind the plate.
We had a terrific game here. For a scoreless game, we've had a lot of action, right?
That's exactly right. One of these teams just needs to get that one big hit, and when girls are on base, see how it goes.
And Danny Strum to lead it off here for Maple Grove in the 4th. And Strum lines it right at the shortstop. Welly is one away.
Hard hit, Danny. Good job. Get away, Danny.
Might have been the hardest hit ball of the game.
Yeah.
Could tell that one off the crack of the bat, and just unfortunately it was right at the shortstop. Unless you're a Cougar fan, then you're thankful she's positioned perfectly.
1 pitch, 1 out, and here's Matty Wilm.
Start right here, Matty. Let's go, kid.
Up high, ball 1. Oh, strike. I called it. The umpire saw it differently. It's 0-1.
Be aggressive here.
He probably heard you, and he said, "I'm going to show that
Right.
that announcer change the call on you." It was borderline. I would agree with you, John.
Drive one, kid.
Inside, it's 1-1.
Well, I think Centennial decided to try it again in the same spot again. Didn't get the call that time, though.
Come on, Matty. Find one here.
Off the plate, 2-1.
Find a way now. Here we go.
Two 2-1 pitch, grounded to second. Thomas up with it. Over to Lemire, 2 down.
Here we go, Is.
Sub-added DT, number 27, Izzy by 10.
2 up, 2 down. And it's Izzy Vitens.
Here we go, Is. No way better right now. Let's go.
Hey, find your pitch and drive it here, 2-7.
Stay hot, kid.
Swings and misses, strike 1. Ground out in her first at bat.
Come on, Is. It's a good thing you get 2 more. Come on now.
Yeah.
Inside, 1-1.
That away, Is.
Popped up,
Out.
back up off the dugout. Everybody's okay.
That's the main
I've
thing.
been in that spot.
You notice the little change here. I think that was the first time I've seen her throw 2 changeups to the same batter. So the game goes on. She seems to be mixing it in a little bit more, which is always a good plan.
Strike call on Vikens. And that is the first strikeout of the game for O'Connell. And a 1-2-3 inning for her here in the 4th. Tension is building. We move to the 5th inning. Still no score. Centennial, Maple Grove. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Start of the Memorial Day weekend here in Maple Grove, Minnesota. Centennial, Maple Grove, great softball from the Section 5 4A tournament. Top half of the fifth and still no score.
We got both pitchers throwing one-hitters at this point. That's some good work on the circle.
Maddie Wilm and a cut and miss by Adriana Thomas, the second baseman for Centennial, to start the Cougars' fifth inning. Swing and a miss. Wilm works ahead. 2 strikes.
Way ahead here. That's one good. What's the swing of yours?
0-2 pitch. This missed a little high, 1-2.
It was right there. You're all right. Let's go, Maddie.
Foul back. Thomas, number 8 hitter, will be followed by Cochran, then back to the top of the order and Byrne.
All these innings are key for the leadoff hitter to get on or to get out, depending on which team you're pulling for here. But we'll see how Thomas does here.
Inside and alone, the count evens now at 2-2.
Now you gotta go get it. Let's go.
Grounded, third foul ball. Meisel picking it up, but in foul territory. Thomas back to the plate at 2-2. Thomas, one of the seniors on this Centennial team, had an active day at second base.
Let's go, Matt.
I'm sure she'd love to get her team started here on the 5th by getting on base right here.
Swing and a miss. Strike out for Wilm. Her 6th of the day.
No batting, left fielder, number 12, Kendall Cochran.
I know we don't have to worry about these teams' physical conditioning and that kind of stuff, but you start to worry at the end of the week mentally, especially for the Cougars. This is their 3rd game. Yesterday's was a very nip and tuck game. Today's is the same.
Go, Matt.
This is only Maple Grove's 2nd game this week.
Well, they had the first round bye. Foul back to the screen on the first pitch to Kendall Cochran. Foul back again. It's 0-2. If Wilm comes after the hitter here at 0-2, she's tended to waste one high and away, but maybe come right after number 9 hitter.
Yeah, I would think that would be the game plan.
Does and just misses off the plate. That was a good pitch. Hoping for the call and didn't get it.
Good pitch, Maddie. Good pitch.
You're helpless as a hitter in that situation. It's like that pitch is too good for too good of a pitch for me to hit. I just hope the ump gives me a break on that one, and it was a ball.
One-two pitch. High and back to the backstop. 2-2.
Come on, Matt. Let's go now. All right, now we finish it. Here we go. Lock it in here. Get her here.
Missed away. It's 3-2.
You got her.
Good battle by Cochran here.
Hey, go get her. We got some
You get her now. You get her. Let's go.
You got to assume strike and hold up on a ball if you can.
Three-two pitch. Strike three on the swing and miss. Cochran chased one low. Back-to-back strikeouts for Wilm, and there's two away.
Here, be tough.
Couldn't catch up to that one, and now we're back to the top of the order in Kelsey Byrne. He's been on twice. Walking a double for the right fielder.
No doubt she's been the #1 offensive weapon.
Swings and misses on that one. Just a little bit off the plate, close enough where Byrne chased and didn't get it.
Sure, the Crimson's glad there's 2 outs when they're facing her. She's been hot all week.
Go, Matt. There you go.
Fouled at the plate, and now it's 2 strikes.
You're ahead of her now, Maddie.
Hey, way to charge.
Gotta be your pitch. Stay focused. Do the job here.
0-2 pitch.
Yeah!
Called strike 3, and Burns is out, and Wilm strikes out the side in the 5th. 8 strikeouts now in the game for number 16. Again, nothing across for Centennial. Bottom of the 5th coming. No score. Centennial and Maple Grove. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.
Break it open here, Abe.
Bottom half of the 5th inning. Ava Eiley, first pitch swinging down to third. Brooke Helseth across the diamond. And Jordan Lemire, and 1 pitch, 1 out. In the Crimson 5th.
Now batting, shortstop number 23, Sarah Zimmerman.
That brings up Zimmerman, who flew to center in her first at bat.
You got it, 2-3. Give it a ride here. Hey, good
Hit
swing.
foul by Zimmerman at the plate, 1 strike.
Seems like Maple Grove has come out with the wanting to hit the first strike they see, and O'Connell's bringing the strikes, so they've been swinging.
Hits this one over third base, down the left field line. She'll take a turn at first and hold on there. It's a one-out single for Zimmerman. Maple Grove has their first base runner since the third.
Nice approach there.
Nobody better here.
Another strike, head down, lace it down the line to left field. Good start for the top.
Back to the top of the order, and Faith Cry. First pitch called strike to her.
Here we go, Faith.
Single on the hit by pitch in the second at bat, but she stayed in the game. They took a long look at her hand, but was able to shake that off and stay in here. Time called.
Here we go, Faith. That away.
Didn't offer, the pitch missing, and it's 1-1.
Boy, I see that third baseman crashing down on the bunt, and the shortstop's covering second. There's a lot of area there for her to slap one through the 5-6 hole on the left side of the field.
Bunted, a little spinning bunt, no play. He could not have bunted that any better. It just died about 10 feet in front of the plate.
Yeah, it was a great spot, and a little confusion there on the Cougars' part as far as who's going to get it, but I don't think whoever got it was going to get her.
Yeah, you're right. There was a little hesitation on it, but the way that ball just stopped right on a dive, and the speed that Cry has too, getting down the baseline.
Here we go, Rube.
I think Coach Thomas is asking to see if they thought that she was still in the batter's box when she made contact with that ball. It's a hard call for the umpires at this point in the game with the box being all gone. And our replay shows she was definitely still in the batter's box when she made contact with the ball.
Here we go, Ruby.
Ruby Goet, the batter now, with 2 runners on for Maple Grove. Could this be the inning? The Crimson break through first. Chased after a high one there and missed it. Good pitch from O'Connell, too. And
Stay in your zone.
had Goet off on her timing.
Yeah. I think that Goet thought that softball looked like a basketball there. It was so big she wanted to hit it so hard.
Pitch to her, grounded back to the circle, throw to third, and a great job by O'Connell to get the lead runner. Turned and threw to Helseth, knew she would be there, and they get the force out. Goet reaching on the fielder's choice, but they eliminate the lead runner, Zimmerman, at third.
Center fielder, number 18, Alyssa Wern.
Cry down to second.
Yeah, that was heads up. That's knowing what you're going to do with the ball before it gets to you. She could have very easily gone to first on that with her body going that way, but she knew that it was more important to get the lead runner. And with the ball hit back to her on one hop, she knew she had plenty of time. That was a very good defensive play.
Wern's the batter now for the Crimson. Ripped it, but right toward the dugout fence on her side. One strike.
Got this one, 8.
Let's go, Alyssa. Great hitter. Come on now.
Connell trying to get that final out. Both pitchers have worked out of trouble today to keep this a 0-0 game. Good pitch there, called strike. And it's 0-2 to Werns.
Hey, now you get ready. We're ready now.
Here we go, Liz.
Well, 2 pitch runs almost went after it. It was way upstairs, 1 and 2.
Have some fun, 1-8. Have some fun. You got this, Alyssa. Green hitter, Alyssa. Come on now. Green hitter. Let's go.
Connell's 1-2 pitch.
Good hold.
2-2 runner going from second to third. And in safely is Cry. Centennial wasn't really paying attention there. Curtin, Cry obviously runs well.
Yeah, she came off and timed the throw back to the pitcher perfectly.
And you can see the big lead she's got as soon as the throw goes back from Renslow to O'Connell. Cry takes off.
Yeah, that one's on the catcher. The catcher has to walk her back a little bit so that she can't take it. But see that O'Connell can get her out of the jam here.
2-2 pitch, just missed. Runner from first going down to second. Goetz in scoring position. 3-2 to Werns.
Well, that takes away the force out for the infield. Now they have to play to 1. And any kind of single that hits the grass, blooper in the outfield, could score 2.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Alyssa Werns. O'Connell's pitch, ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Maple Grove.
Hey, way to battle back on that, 1-8.
Time called. Coach Thomas pops out of the dugout. Maple Grove left 2 runners on in the first, 2 runners on in the third. Didn't want to leave 3 here.
For our viewing audience today, just a softball rule that you may or may not know about. The coach has 2 free visits to the mound. On the 3rd visit, he or she needs to take the pitcher out of the pitching spot. She can still stay in the game and play the field somewhere. But on the third visit, pitcher has to come out, and that's Coach Thomas's 2nd visit.
Lauren Beisel up with a big at bat for her. Trying to get the first run in of the game.
You got it.
Cry at third. Go at second, Werns at first. First pitch floats up high to Beisel.
Pressure's on her now. 6.
Just off the plate, 2-0. That was close, but Beisel behind, or ahead in the count now, 2-0. And no place to put her.
I think she might be in a take position here until you get 1 strike. See if O'Connell can bring a strike here.
Here we go, Lauren.
She did take, and it's a strike.
You did.
Now we're going here. All good, Lauren. All good.
Now you got to pick out that pitch below your waist and middle of the plate and try and drive it back up the middle.
Rounded up the middle, just like Coach Cardinal said. 2 runs are going to score, and it's 2-0 Maple Grove. Lauren Beisel driving a 2-run single up the middle. Cry and Goetz score, and Maple Grove finally breaks through here in the 5th. Great hit and a timely hit for Beisel. Danny Strom will try to keep the inning going. Warren's the runner at second. Beisel at first. Strom, first pitch swinging, swings and misses.
You can just feel the momentum shift on that one line drive up the middle.
Beisel, her 11th and 12th runs batted in of the season. Strom, a strike. And O'Connell had 0-2.
Come on, Danny. Come on, 15. Let's go, Danny. Come on, Danny. 0-2-4.
Swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout for O'Connell, but Maple Grove does its damage. The big 2-out single by Beisel puts Maple Grove on the board. 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 2 for the top half of the 6th. New score here in Maple Grove. It's the Crimson 2, Centennial nothing. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Last state tournament appearance for Maple Grove ended as well as it could. State champions in Class 4A down in Caswell Park or North Mankato. Trying to get back to state for the first time since here today. This win would do a lot. Then we get them into the championship game. Lauren Beisel at third with a big smile, having delivered that 2-out hit, 2-run hit. They put the Crimson on top. Peyton Corbett to lead it off for Centennial. First pitch is a called strike to her. She takes a look back at a pitch she thought was high. Corbett with a walk and 2 at-bats. Wilm struck out the side in the 5th. Now Kurt, you got a 2-run lead. Even a little more confidence for a pitcher. Doesn't need a lot, right? I mean, she's already an outstanding pitcher. But when you got that lead late in the game, you're the 1 seed, maybe a little pressure starts to build. Now you can relax a little bit.
Yep. She can feel it, and she's a workhorse, and she can see the end, and she's just going to power through to get to there.
0-2 pitch to Corbin. Laid off it, and it's 1-2. Right now you're in the field, you start to count outs, right? Or coaches, you're like, okay, 6 more outs to go.
That's right. He's especially want to take care of business here with the bottom 4 hitters in this inning.
Corbin stays alive, fouling it back to the screen. Middle of the order here for the Crimson. Corbin, Lemire, and O'Connell. If Centennial's going to do something, you would think this would be the inning, Kurt.
Yep, they've got a chance to get the leadoff hitter on. That always starts the momentum, but softball's so much about getting that leadoff hitter on.
Called strike 3. Corbin out on strikes for the first time today. A 4th K in a row, and now the 9th of the game for Wilm.
To look at this one again. Yeah, I think that she earned that one a couple innings ago when she was working on the corner, and looked like it expanded about 6 inches there, but that's what you do when you got someone 0-2.
First pitch outside to Jordan Lemire.
Go get it. Go get it.
Walking a strikeout to her today.
Seems like Wilms got stronger as the game's gone on. That's reflective in the strikeouts and a couple of easy infield outs the last 3 innings.
There you go.
Cut and a miss. 1-1. She's had to work for her, the shutout she's got so far, Kurt. Wouldn't say wild, but her control hasn't been as sharp as we've seen it sometimes.
You're exactly right.
1-1 pitch. Lemire can't catch up with that one. It's 1-2.
He's one of those rare pitchers who has the mindset that can fix her mechanics pitch to pitch or inning to inning, and has had some success in the past, so she knows she's got the confidence to make it happen.
Laid off that one, Lemire did. It's 2-2.
Go get her 1-6.
Chop foul. So 2-2 to Lemire.
Let's do it. 1-6.
Spun right back into their territory.
Go, Matt.
Hit in the air out into left field. Long run for the left fielder and unable to come up with the catch. Out there was Cry. Lemire is safe, and the ball overthrown in the infield and gets down to the right field side. There'll be 2 errors on the play, and Lemire's at second base.
Take a breath here.
So an error fielding and then an error throwing back in to the infield, allowing Lemire to get to second. Want to look at it again?
I think it.
Oh, no, it dropped. It's no error there. Excuse me. That's just a hit. It's a tough angle from where I was, but it's clearly a single. She just couldn't get to it. So it's single, but then an error on the infield, allowing the runner to get to second. So
Yeah.
my mistake.
I think what happened there was the big number 3 hitter. They're anticipating her with her big swing, getting it, hit hard, and she got it off the end of her bat. So it looked like it was going to be potentially to the wall or to the fence, something like that, but it was off the end of the bat, so it dropped in front. And
Let's go.
didn't recognize it quick enough to be able to make the catch. So Centennial's got some life here.
Single in there. They get the runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the 6th. Riley O'Connell, the batter. Ball off the plate.
It's like we
Go,
got
1-6.
a pinch runner in at second here.
Go, Maddie.
All right, Maddie, you got it. Come on, Matt. You got it, Maddie.
Number 21, maybe?
There you go.
There's a called strike. Yeah, Mandy Gooder, the runner down at second.
There you go.
Went around, there's a strike.
Way to keep an eye on her, Eva.
Stay sharp here, Matt. You got it.
1-2 now to O'Connell. Well, right in, hit out into center. Werns makes the catch. That was hit pretty well by O'Connell, but Alyssa Werns tracking toward right field makes the catch for out number 2. And Gooder back into second.
Stay sharp here, Maddie.
Solid hit
Two down,
and
let's go.
good jump, and played it perfectly. took a great angle to the ball and stayed behind it. Like it when your outfielders make those line drives look like they're easy outs.
Let's go, Matt.
2 away, and Renzel the batter.
Go get her, Maddie. Come on now. One more out.
Next pitch low for ball 1.
Don't worry about that runner. Let's get this one up here. Let's go. You got her, Maddie. You got her. Come on, Maddie. There you go.
Swings and misses. Renzel does, and it's 1-1.
More weight on the front foot.
A little bit anxious there. I know they'd like to get this run in, at least one this inning, because in the top of the 7th, scoring 1 run is a lot easier than 2.
Be sharp.
But you got to be disciplined at the plate.
The hit by Lemire earlier, just the 2nd hit of the game for Centennial. Called strike, and it's 1-2 now on Renslow.
You're back up. Stay sharp. Be ready, D. Come on now. Let's go, Crimson.
Strike 3. Wilm pops off the circle and excited about that. And they get Centennial out in the 6th inning. They got a hit and a runner to second, but Wilm with another strikeout, her 10th punch out of the day. Bottom half of the 6th coming, 2-0 Crimson.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Maddie Wilms pitched another gem. She'll get a chance to do some damage with the stick. She'll lead off here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. I told you about her strikeout total. Kurt coming in 216, now up to 226 strikeouts in 127 innings.
That's a lot of outs that your defense doesn't have to get for you when your pitcher can strike out that many. And she seems to be one of those type pitchers that when the tighter the spot, the more she wants the ball in her hand and driving it to the strike zone.
Squaring as if to bunt here to start the 6th against O'Connell. Bring the bat back and takes his first pitch high.
Hey, find yours, 1-6.
Let's go, Matt.
Come on, Maddie. Start us off.
3-3-1.
Foul back.
Right with her. Right with her, Maddie.
Good cut by Wilm. 1-1.
That's a good cut. That's a good cut.
Well, you got to
Find another one.
hand it to Riley O'Connell. She has kept her team in the game. The one pitch to Beisel that she was able to drive, but he's pitched well today.
Yeah, I think that the Cougars will be happy with their pitcher in the circle for the next rest of this year and the next 2 years for sure.
Maple Grove had just one hit through the first 4 innings and got 2 runs and 3 hits in the 5th. Wilm hits it to 3rd. Throw across the diamond, Helseth to Lemire. One up, one down on the 6th.
EP number 27, Izzy Vitan.
And there's the Vitans going up. Eva Eiley to follow. O'Connell's first pitch. Slow roller to second. Thomas up with it. 2 on.
Hey, look, your zone 2-4. Let's go. You're a good hitter.
Catcher number 24, Ava Eiley.
Let's get out here, Abe.
2 up, 2 down, and it's Eiley.
Look at your pitch. Come on out.
Catcher actually led off last inning by grounding out, but then Maple Grove able to string together some base runners. Got 7 to the plate and 2 runs in.
Here we go. You know, the softball bat. Not a driver. Come on, 2-4.
Ball inside, 1-1. Only a couple of strikeouts for O'Connell. But again, just the 3 hits allowed in 5 2/3 innings. Called strike. 1-2.
Yeah, except for that one line drive single, it scored the 2 runs. When they've been making contact, it's been pop-ups or ground balls that have not been hit very hard. So she's been pretty effective today.
Up high, 2-2. Zimmerman on deck. Grounded to short. Go to first and in time. Welly to Lemire. Maple Grove down in order in the 6th. Connell does her job, gives her team a chance. We go to the top half of the 7th. Last chance for Centennial. It's 2-0 Grove.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there, choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Maddie Will with the ball in her hand with a 2-0 lead as we go to the top half of the 7th. Maple Grove looking for a spot in the section final next Thursday. Crimson hold on. That'll be right here. And on that day, whoever they face, could be Centennial again, could be someone else, would have to beat the Crimson twice. Maple Grove would need just one more win after today to advance on to state.
Yeah, big advantage to close it out here and get a few days off next week. Be able to do some scouting of some other teams that are playing earlier in the week, and then you always like to be on your home field for
Stay focused, work ahead here.
the last games of the season. Another nice thing is I don't think Wilm's looking for the bullpen. She wants to finish this one herself.
I think there's no chance of that. Allison Hemming leads it off, swinging strike. Hemming, Helseth, and Thomas, the scheduled hitters here against Wilm in the 7th.
Let's go here.
Good take by Hemming. It's 1-1.
Go get her, Matt. Chat it up, girls. Chat it up.
High and tight, 2-1.
That's it now. Don't get her. All right, now go at her. Come on, Matt.
Helseth on deck.
Let's go. You're good, Maddie. Play a little D. Come on, Maddie. You got it. Good pitch.
Inside corner. Strike 2.
Let's go, Maddie. You got her now, Maddie. You got her. You got to swing now. Stay sharp here. Get the first one. Let's go.
Swing and a miss. It's Hemming on strikes to start the inning.
Just blew the high, hard one by her.
It's a big one. Here we
Stay
go.
sharp here. You got it.
Kurt, in the last 3 in the third innings, it's 7 strikeouts for
Chat
Wilm.
it up, girls.
Now has 11 in the game. And she walked 3, but all in the first 3 innings. So allowed just the 1 hit from Lemire since strike call to Allison Hemming, or excuse me, to Brooke Helseth.
Yeah, she's definitely been in the groove the last few innings. Hard to hit when a pitcher for caliber gets into the groove.
Come on, Matt. That away.
2 strikes. She has struck out each of the 9 Centennial batters at least once today. Oh, 2 pitch in the air, short center, a diving catch out in center field by Werns. There's out number 2.
And when you can't strike them out, it's great to have that kind of defense flashing the leather behind you.
Take a breath. Let's get the last one here.
Well, hit by Helseth. Diving grab.
Hey, finish strong here.
And Alyssa Werns makes it 2 out.
Those are the kind of things you work on in the gymnasium in the early season, jumping on mats, catching the ball with your body hitting the ground, but not your elbow and your glove, because that's what'll knock the ball out. Perfect form there.
Adriana Thomas, the last chance for Centennial, just trying to get on in any way to get the tying run at least to the plate.
Snow Crimson.
Hit foul out of play.
Gee, that wasn't even close to you. Taylor. That wasn't even close.
One and one, the count to Thomas. 2 outs here in the 7th. Wilm's pitch fouled back. Plate umpire's going to walk that one off.
Having been behind the plate a few games this year, I know that stings.
How have you enjoyed umpiring?
I've liked it. I liked it a lot. I've got a whole new appreciation for umpires. checking with the umpire.
Focus, stay sharp.
Another thing I've learned is that there's a kinship between catchers and home plate umpires.
Sure.
They both wear a ball once in a while, take care of each other.
Come on, kid.
1-2 to Thomas. Fouls it back. That was a good swing by Thomas. Stays in there.
Go get her, you got it.
A little heat on that pitch from Wilms as well.
Yeah. I actually think she's loosened up a little bit as the game's gone by, and better control and a little bit more snap on that fastball here the last few innings.
Up high, and the count's 2-2.
All right, get her, Maddie. Let's get it here. Let's get it here. Let's make a play, defense. Go right at her. Let's go.
Two pitch swing and a miss. The game is over. And Maple Grove has their 20th win of the season. And they advance to the Section 5 4A championship game with a 2-0 win. And Wilm was outstanding today, and so was that young lady, Riley O'Connell. Just gave up the 1 2-out hit in the 5th, and Maple Grove able to get a job done. And Lauren Beisel, number 26, delivering the hit, and Wilm, as usual, nearly unhittable.
Yeah, I think if O'Connell uses Wilm as a role model for the next couple of years, she'll be able to do the same thing when she gets a chance in section finals.
Look at the updated bracket now. Maple Grove moving into the the championship game next Thursday here at Maple Grove at 4 o'clock. Now, if Maple Grove were to lose that game, there would be a second game that would follow, 30 minutes following that one. Centennial now dropping to Tuesday's bracket, and they'll take on the winner of game 1 on Tuesday, featuring Spring Lake Park, who won earlier today. Champlin Park and Osseo, we don't have a score on that one. The winner of that will play Spring Lake Park. Winner of that takes on Centennial, and the winner of that comes back here to Maple Grove next Thursday.
You can see what an advantage that is to win this winner's bracket game. You get some days off and can finish it out at home. And Maple Grove is pretty invincible here on their home field.
Wilm spins a 2-hitter, strikes out 12. And the 2-out single in the 5th inning from Lauren Beisel, providing the winning margin for Maple Grove. Well, that will do it for our coverage today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks to our great crew. We'll be back here again next Thursday for the championship game or games at Maple Grove, the Section 5 title on the line. For Kirk Cardinal and everyone here on our crew at Maple Grove, I'm John Jacobson. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Maple Grove advancing over Centennial, 2-0, the final.